America, we've got a problem. We're facing a looming labor crisis, a shortage of workers so massive it's being called the Silver Tsunami.
Why silver? Because it's driven by the baby boomer generation entering retirement. You remember them, right? They're the ones who told us to follow our dreams, then took all the good jobs and affordable housing.
Now, there's nothing wrong with retirement. The problem is there aren't enough young people to replace them. Birth rates are declining, and millennials, bless their avocado-toast-loving hearts, just aren't breeding at the same rate as their parents. This means fewer people are entering the workforce just as a huge chunk of it is leaving. The math here is simple, folks. Fewer workers plus more retirees equals a big, fat economic problem.
And we haven't even gotten to the part where we talk about how many of those retirees are sitting on their piles of Beanie Babies and expecting Social Security checks. Spoiler alert, it's a lot.
Buckle up, America. This is going to be a bumpy ride. The road ahead is uncertain and the challenges are many. But with innovation, collaboration, and a willingness to adapt, we can navigate this demographic shift. Together, we can build a future that works for everyone, young and old alike. So, we know baby boomers are sailing off into the sunset.
And many young people are opting for office jobs over traditional blue-collar work. Who wants to spend their days sweating it out in a factory when you could be sitting in an air-conditioned office, updating spreadsheets, and perfecting your Slack emoji game?
But that's only part of the story. There's a whole other group missing from the workforce, prime-aged men.
That's right. Guys in their prime working years are dropping out of the labor force at alarming rates. Why? Well, it's a cocktail of despair, frankly. Substance abuse, incarceration, and lack of education are all playing a role.
We need to address these underlying problems and get them back on their feet and hopefully back into the workforce.
Here's another wrinkle in our labor shortage saga: the skills gap. It's a complex issue that affects various industries and communities. We've got jobs going unfilled, and at the same time, we've got people who are unemployed or underemployed. This paradox is frustrating for both job seekers and employers.
The problem is a mismatch between the skills employers need and the skills workers possess. This gap creates inefficiencies and slows down economic growth. It's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, except the square peg has a philosophy degree, and the round hole requires knowledge of advanced robotics. This mismatch leaves many feeling lost and frustrated.
This skills gap is particularly pronounced in sectors like healthcare and technology. These fields are evolving rapidly, and the demand for skilled professionals is skyrocketing. We need more nurses, doctors, software developers, and cybersecurity experts, but our education system isn't keeping up. The curriculum needs to adapt to these changing demands.
We're leaving talent on the table by not encouraging and supporting women in STEM and other skilled professions. By addressing this, we can bridge the gap and tap into a vast pool of potential. Now, before you reach for your Make America Great Again hat, let's talk about immigration. Because here's the thing, immigrants are actually helping to mitigate our labor shortage. They're starting businesses, filling jobs in key sectors, and contributing to our economy.
The data is clear. Immigration boosts the labor force, plain and simple.
They're not stealing jobs, they're keeping our economy afloat. All right, so we've established that America is facing a labor crunch of epic proportions. The shortage of workers is affecting every sector, from technology to construction, and it's becoming increasingly clear that we need to adapt quickly. But before you start stockpiling canned goods and building a bunker in your backyard, let's talk solutions. There are practical steps we can take to address this issue head on.
First, employers need to get serious about attracting and retaining talent. This isn't just about filling positions. It's about creating an environment where employees want to stay and grow. That means offering competitive wages, which are essential to show employees that their work is valued. But it also means thinking outside the box. Flexible work arrangements, such as remote work options and childcare assistance, can make a huge difference in employee satisfaction. Additionally, Professional development opportunities are all going to be key in this new labor landscape. Investing in your employees' growth will pay off in the long run.
Second, we need to invest in education and training programs that align with the needs of the modern workforce. That means more apprenticeships, vocational schools, and specialized training programs. Community college programs that teach in-demand skills are crucial. These institutions can quickly adapt to the changing job market and provide the necessary training.
Finally, we need to have an honest conversation about immigration reform. This is a complex issue, but it's essential for meeting our labor needs. We need a system that's fair, humane, and meets the needs of our economy. A balanced approach can help us attract the talent we need while ensuring ethical standards.
By taking action now, we can weather this storm and build a more resilient and equitable economy for all Americans. The future of our workforce depends on the steps we take today.